Hello, everybody. How you doing? Happy Monday. As you can see, I'm already having technical difficulties today. How's everybody doing? How was your weekend? Hopefully it was well. Appreciate everybody being here. Thanks for joining in. Let's see what we got here. Techman already in the house. All right. Appreciate it. Actually, Techman was in the house long before I even thought about going live here. So I appreciate you being here, Techman. Thank you very much. How's things, man? Weekend was a bit busy for me, but good. Appreciate seeing everybody kind of jumping in right now. Hey, if you are new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button, tick that bell icon, click the all. That way you get notified every time I put out a great video or go live, because good Lord knows I'm live at least 3 to 4 days a week. So jump in, hit that subscribe button. Also, smash up that like on this live stream. Appreciate it. So, what are we talking about today? Well, today, kind of going to do a bit of a recap for January, what we talked about in January overall, because, here's the thing. Sometimes things go so quick in this cryptocurrency space. Like, there's just so much going on. And cryptocurrency, as far as I'm concerned, and the way I look at it, touches like so many different aspects of life, like everything from your finances to banks, to the economy, to politics, to just your everyday interactions, if you allow it to. And if you're just gonna, excuse me, sinuses today, be a part of the system. So it's tough to keep your grip on everything that goes on in the cryptocurrency space. And frankly, but you need to kind of know what's going on and how it's figuring into different things. And so my thought process was today to kind of give you an overview, just a reminder of what was happening happened in January as we're pushing to the end of the month here, and try to take a look at it and project it out through 2024, and then kind of think through a strategy, or at least I'm going to give you what I'm doing as a strategy. And because again, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, old guy interwebs, okay? But I'd like to think that I'm looking at it from a bit of a different perspective, given my age and experience and so on. And so here it is. So and I'll point you from there to how I'm gonna kind of keep going in this direction. All right, but in the meantime, I want to start out definitely by taking a look at the markets, because over the weekend the markets were definitely up, and though I think a lot of that had to do with a bit of a weekend pump, we're going to go take a look and see if I am right or wrong. And yeah, see that the markets are starting to drop back a little bit. They went up. Matter of fact, let me make sure I got this full screen for you. You know what? Let me just do this so you can see it a little bit better. There we go. And again, I think the markets want to increase. I think there is a bullish sentiment in the markets, but people are a little, I don't know, what's the word I want? Maybe gun shy or something. I don't know what phrase to use after the Bitcoin ETF and approval and the eventual market pullback from 49K. And again, I was one who thought the market was going to go up, but I didn't take into account a couple of things, not the least of which is how much these ETF providers obviously front run themselves and were seeding ahead of the approval. And shame on me, frankly. Shame on me for not realizing that that they're playing their own money games. And I mean, I did expect a little bit of a pullback eventually, but I did expect a higher run up after the approval. Sorry, need some water. Anyway, so that and like I talked about in last week's live stream on Monday, was about all this selling going on with Grayscale, and the way they have to convert their GBTC to the new ETF plan, as well as FTX, of course, selling off their GBTC shares, which didn't help the situation. Hey, Automatic Beats, welcome, sir. Welcome. Appreciate having you here. Appreciate it. Anyway, so let's keep going and take a look at the markets real quick, and then, like I said, we're going to get into a kind of recap to January and where I think we can continue to prepare for potentially what we're going to see in 2024. So Bitcoin dropping back down a little bit, went up as high like 42.9, I think it was, down now to 41,939. But still up 2.6% for 7 days. I mean, of course, because it was way down. So Ethereum 2243, still down. I mean, because again, after the everybody got all excited after the Bitcoin ETFs got approved, thinking, okay, the next thing is what? An Ethereum ETF. So let's buy into Ethereum. Well, though I think eventually an Ethereum ETF will come into play, I don't think that's going to be anytime soon. That's, again, my opinion, not financial advice, old guy. Let's see, BNB still not too bad, 306. Solana up 8.2% in the last week, up over $95. Again, Solana will be a player in this bull market, no doubt. XRP 52 cents here, down about 2% over the last 7 days, most of that in the last 24 hours. XRP is what it is. Cardano basically down 1.7% over the last 7 days, down to just under 49 cents. Again, another one that I think will play well in the bull market. Avalanche 10.7% up over the last 7 days. So up to $34.60. AVAX, definitely a good buy in there. Yeah, Solana to the moon. Yeah, exactly. Automatic Beats. You're right. That's what's going to happen in this cycle. Absolutely. Doge. I mean, we got to stop here in homage of Crypto Jar. Matter of fact, Matrix Money Podcast should be on for tomorrow, 10 a.m. Matrix Money Podcast channel. If you haven't already gone and like the Matrix Money Podcast channel, link to that channel in the description of this live stream. Go ahead over there, follow myself, Jar, and FF there. So we should be live tomorrow, 10, without Jar. Jar should not be back tomorrow unless he surprises us by some reason. But we got Dogecoin here, down 2.5% over the last 7 days, up 2.5% in the last 24 hours. So Doge was down better than 5% at just over 8 cents. Tron still up over 11 cents. Like I said, impressed that Tron is over 10 cents, up 3.7% in the last 7 days. So good for Tron, I guess. Chainlink always, I got no issue with Chainlink. I think Chainlink's got a lot of good stuff going on. Yeah. Really? Okay. I was not aware of that. Doom Game is now on Doge blockchain. Interesting. I did not know that. And I'm going to be doing an interview with Jason. Those of you who follow my channel, I did an interview with him about 3 months ago. P2E guy, play to earn guy, focusing on blockchain and cryptocurrency gaming, because again, that's part of why if you join me for Crypto on the Rocks every Friday night, 7 p.m., you'll see right now we are giving you the option to vote to which Web3, P2E coins and tokens we're going to dollar cost average into, because I believe that the gaming industry is going to be part of what brings people into the cryptocurrency space. And I wasn't aware of this, Automatic Beats. Thank you for letting me know that. I'll see if he knows anything about that when I'm doing the that interview with him. I'll try to remember to ask that question. So thank you for that 411 right there. Appreciate that. So Chainlink, again, still down over 6.2%. Goodbye for Chainlink, if you ask me. $14.35. Matic. I got no issue with Matic. I think it's going to do well. 77 cents right here. Up 1.2% over the last 7 days. Let's keep scrolling. Litecoin, you know, I like Litecoin for what it's meant to do. Pay for shit, buy shit. That's the game, man. Down 3.1% over the last 7 days. Same thing with Bitcoin Cash. You know, basically not, it's still down, but not much, or technically up over the last 7 days, but $235, right in that zone. It's been in that zone for a while. Injective, one of the you know, P2E options that honestly I was surprised didn't end up in this portfolio. You guys voted for what was going to be in this first half of 2024's crypto portfolio, and this didn't make it. Didn't make the cut. Up 11%, $37.61 for Injective. Yes sir, yes sir. Love it, Automatic Beats. You're the best, man. You're best. Let's keep going here. Stellar XLM, last cycles, one of last cycles DCA options, holding steady in that 11-cent bracket. I mean, it's been pretty much like a stable coin in that 11-cent bracket right there. So Stellar doing well. Monero XMR, again, you know I'm a fan of privacy coins, and Monero in particular, up 8% over the last 7 days, 4.8%, so almost 5% of that in the last 24 hours. 166.69. Optimism, another one that was an option for this past to come into this crypto portfolio, didn't make the cut. Pretty much right around that $3 mark is kind of where it's been, either side of that $3 mark. So still doing well. Immutable X was another one that didn't make the cut, up 5.4% in the last 7 days. But still a decent buy, $1.93. Filecoin, again, a DPIN, you know, I think is going to do well in this particular bull cycle. And down 2.1% over the last 7 days, $5.15. Pretty much Filecoin has been on either side of that $5 mark for the, I don't know, last couple of months at least. So what we got here? Injective is awesome, but it has no chill. I just can't buy it when it only goes yeah, well, you shouldn't be buying when it goes up all the time anyway, unless you're just doing a steady DCA. You missed the injective boat. I think a lot of people miss the injective boat there, Automatic Beats. You're not the only one. Oh, all right. Let's go a little bit further here. HBAR was on the last crypto portfolio everybody could vote for. I'll tell you what, I think, again, gonna have a huge upside. HBAR, it's got a lot of partnerships coming in, and 2.9% down over the last 7 days, back into that 7-cent bracket. If you hold HBAR and you want to know how to stake your HBAR, again, head over to my cryptocurrency. Head over to my YouTube channel, and I put out a couple of videos about that. And matter of fact, I'll be doing a follow-up video with regard to that, hopefully within the next week or two. Caspa, got to stop here for purposes of Crypto Jar. Caspa back up over 10 cents. It dipped down well below that for a little while there. So, and overall up 1.5% over the last 7 days, but that's after being down over 3% in the last 24 hours. Again, still over that 10-cent mark. So, good for Caspa. VeChain, I like VeChain. Again, I'm surprised it's still this low, if you ask me, even being up almost 3% over the last 7 days. Let's see what else. Quant last cycle option. It went way up there for a while, but is back down near that $100 mark at 104.82, basically down just over 4% over the last 7 days. And let's see, I wanted to try and catch Thorchain right here. Again, Thorchain was starting to do a real bit of a dip there for a while, and I almost hit some buy targets that I have placed in there with regard to Thorchain, but it's kind of bounced back up a little bit, up 3% over the last 7 days. So 419. I'm trying to catch two right here. A couple of the things that are in this crypto portfolio that you can vote for. Sandbox down 5% over the last 7 days at 44.5 cents. Yeah, it was the actual first one that you guys voted for dollar cost averaging into. And then Axie Infinity is another one, $7.19, and that's being down almost 5% over the last days. And the last one we're going to look at is Beam, which has been our kind of write-in candidate, our write-in vote for this particular crypto portfolio. I after doing some more research on Beam, I really think that a lot of good things potential with regard to Beam, up over 3.5% in the last 7 days, just under 2 cents, just under 2 cents. I'm thinking lots of good things coming with regard to Beam. All right. That's a quick look at the markets. They're not doing as good as they were over the weekend, a little bit of pullback. And if you ask me, I think we might still have a little bit coming back in the market as we move into the week. But let's take a quick look. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a quick walk through, probably reiterate some of my 2 cents that you're going to see or saw in my live streams and videos. And now everything I'm referencing here, all of my live streams, videos, etc., links are in the description of this live stream. You can go back, watch the entire thing, because again, I'm not if I was to go through everything in great detail here, we'd be here for hours. And yeah, we ain't doing that. As much as Lord knows I can talk for hours about cryptocurrency, I'm not going to be talking for hours about cryptocurrency right this minute. Work looking. Hey, Tech Man, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate you being here, and while you're listening in, while you're working, appreciate that very much. Always a good supporter of this channel, and I truly do appreciate everyone who is. I got a bunch of people watching right now, and looks like I got some people on Facebook and YouTube, so I appreciate everybody from every channel. Matter of fact, if you're watching on Twitter, you can't access the live stream, but by all means, go into the actual comments on the live stream, and I will get to them later, I promise. Appreciate everybody on everyone, because we're live right now on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. So I appreciate that. All right, so let's take a look at let's start the month on my first live stream that I did, where I tried to connect the dots over what I believe was and is still collusion, banks and stuff like that, and try to put those dots together to show you, like, okay, these people do not have the best interests of cryptocurrency on the line here. And right here, we'll start with, I mean, everybody probably remembers the fake Indian senator from Massachusetts, Elizabeth Warren, and her anti-crypto bill, and that she had more support come on for that, and frankly still has support. And now here's the thing, she is basically sitting as the chair of the banking committee, who also oversees Gary Gensler and the SEC. So how can you tell me there's no real collusion there? And this particular bill, it came out, and again, the links to the information that I'm telling you right now is in the live stream itself for this particular stuff. This bill that she put up was co-written by the banking association. You think it's going to be a crypto positive bill? Come on now. So again, Warren's in the pocket of the banking association, obviously. She goes to them, has them help to co-write this bill. She then basically goes and uses her, because I mean, at the end of the day, she's a senior senator, right? Again, don't get me in and down the rabbit hole of term limits, which we'll never see. But anyway, a senior senator who's going to other people and basically, she's strong arming them. Come on, she's strong arming them, and I'm sure the banking. Anyway, as we're going to see with the later video that I did, or a later live stream I did, basically the bribes are happening in Washington, D.C. It is a swamp by all nature and being of the swamp. But this is how basically the end of 2023 happened and the beginning of 2024 began with Elizabeth Warren and her anti-crypto bill. Now, I'm going to close that tab down completely here. And then what happened? A little later that week, what did we get? We got the DOJ deciding it was not going to prosecute any further charges against SBF. Now, why? Their reason was, oh, well, we pretty much brought out all of the information in the first case, because they did get one case out of the way and, conviction, yada, yada. Yeah, he's guilty, blah, blah, blah. But they were ready to do a second case. Frankly, that second case didn't go forward, not because they had promoted or propagated all that information in the first case, but primarily because guess what? Names would have been named. Legislators, the FJB administration, because we already know SBF was a huge campaign contributor to Joe Biden's presidential campaign in 2020. I reported about it on CryptoCoinMindSet.com. Go look at it. That alone should tell you that the government is looking, SBF was looking to buy influence in the government. Now, beyond that, I believe, and again, what the holy hell do I know? But I believe that the government was looking for the fall guy. The government was looking for the scapegoat. SBF is and was exactly that. And here's the other thing. That issue with FTX did what? It gives life to bills like Elizabeth Warren's, because, oh my God, people are losing their money. They're getting scammed left and right. Yada, yada, yada. We need to regulate this space out of existence. And they're trying like hell. So that was the second thing. Again, trying to connect the dots as to where everything was going, right? Okay. Now, the next live stream I did showing you what? That corruption at another level, right? So let's go to, where is it? Right here. And we're gonna give this a little bit of a listen. A Fox Business report about how our elected officials are insider trading and making millions. I mean, that was literally the thumbnail I put on my live stream. They're making millions. And they are. And, Nancy Pelosi was asked about this at some press conference. And she basically said, it's a free market. We can do what we want. When insider trading, it's a free market. but yet they send somebody like Martha Stewart to jail for insider trading. And if you and I were to do that, a CEO of a company was to do that, whatever, using insider information to trade, we'd be in jail. But it's okay. I'm in Congress. I work for the government. I can insider trade. I want to give this a quick listen. Just to, again, I'm trying to point the dots here, and I guess to the fact that, listen, the government and our legislators are no longer here to serve us. They're only there to serve themselves. And the more that we point this stuff out, hopefully the more it sinks in to everybody. So again, if you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button, tick that bell icon, click the all. That way you are notified every time I go live and or put out a great video. Matter of fact, if you're watching this on Facebook, I can see a few people are getting a bigger following on Facebook. I appreciate that. Make sure you like my page if you haven't already done so. That way you can know every time I'm going live. And again, if you're watching on Twitter, make sure you thumbs up and give me the like there and follow me. Okay. All right. Appreciate that. Matter of fact, on YouTube, appreciate the subs because just 99 away from hitting that 1,000 mark, and I'm trying like hell to do that. All right, appreciate it. So let's bring this up. Give this a quick listen right here because I think it's important. The whole thing is about 3 minutes long. So hang on one sec. Come on. Why is this thing giving me a hard time?
Welcome back to the show from the Heritage Foundation. He's a regional economics research fellow. He's EJ Antoni. EJ, it's good to see you. So insider trading is not illegal in the U.S. unless you're a member of Congress?
Well,
yes, you got that backwards.
Liz, Chip Roy, I think,
it's
really
illegal unless you're in Congress.
Where he said it depends on the kinds of information that we're talking about here. But when you have people who are sitting on sensitive intelligence committees or who have access to foreign data, such as potential coming conflicts, whether that's in Israel or the Ukraine, and these people are turning around and doing things like buying stock in defense contractors right before they pass bills, that's going to give those defense contractors billions of dollars. I'm sorry, but these kinds of things have to be looked into. And the big irony here, Liz, is the fact that we are talking about people who have banned CEOs and other high-ranking officers in private business from doing exactly the kinds of things that the people in Congress are doing right now.
Yep. You know, the big issue here is that members of Congress are making directional bets and trades via what are called calls and put options. Calls and put options are bets on the direction of a stock up or down. That can be closely linked to how legislation moves stocks, EJ, and moves the market. I mean, should that be outlawed for members of Congress? Because just look at the trades Nancy Pelosi and her husband are making. They reportedly bought shares of Karuna Therapeutics right before it was sold to Bristol Myers Squibb. That stock nearly then doubled. They also recently bought NVIDIA call options in NVIDIA in late November, reportedly going to make capital gains of millions of dollars. Again, NVIDIA is going to make money on the massive spending in the new CHIPS Act. This call option action that the Pelosi's did, it's their largest stock purchase in the last 3 years.
And why not? Because she can do it, right?
I'm not sure that we necessarily need to ban stock trading, although that would be a good start. But maybe the bigger lesson here is the fact that government is simply too large. When you have these people in Congress who are throwing around trillions of dollars out of the public purse to influence markets that have the potential to move stocks up and down by giving handouts, like you mentioned, to these chip makers, that's the real problem here. We simply have government doing too many things that it simply has absolutely no business doing.
You know, Nancy Pelosi's net worth, the family's, she and her husband, it's soaring to nearly $115 million. Open Secret says her net worth is up $41 million since 2004. I mean,
crazy,
you
right?
Make a lot of money, you know, being a member
Again,
of
if
Congress
you and I were doing it, we'd be in jail.
Public allegedly doesn't see. I mean, the Pelosi's reportedly netted millions of dollars in profit, EJ, from buying call options on other blue chip stocks like Salesforce.com or Roblox or Disney. They've made well-timed sales as well. I mean,
okay, I think you get the point of this report. And again, if you want to watch more of that, the link to the live stream that I did regarding this is in the description of this live stream. So go ahead, check that out. Appreciate you doing that, by the way. But yeah, that you get the point. At this point, our legislators, our congressmen, our senators are not down in Washington, D.C., looking to do what's best for us. Frankly, if you ask me, to do what's best for the United States of America. They're in it for themselves. Now, a couple of the things I want to just touch on that happened during the course of January, and that, again, links in the description of this live stream, so you can go ahead and check them out if you so desire. Is I put out a Celsius update. So for those who were involved and or still stuck in this whole Celsius network bankruptcy issue and case, I put out an update preparing, because according to the latest information, distribution should be starting within the next few days. So there's some things you can do to prepare. So I put out a video on that. So you can check that out. Again, link to that video in the description of this live stream. Go ahead, check that out if you are unfortunately still stuck in that bankruptcy filing case. And then also, I did another live stream with regard to a hack of Trezor users who used the support portal within the last year. Basically, I think it was 66,000 support portal users' information was hacked, and since then, these users have been getting phishing email attempts in their email addresses that they have used for the support portal. So if you were if you use Trezor, and again, none of this had anything to do with the Trezor device per se. The hack came from their third-party support portal. But again, it is actually got these people obviously have contacted the support portal because they're using a Trezor device. So now there is, unfortunately, a leak of their information out there, and hackers have that information, and they're going to continue phishing attempts. As a matter of fact, I reported in that live stream, again, link to that live stream in the description of this live stream, about the Trezor hack. I talked specifically about an email that I received, and I've never contacted the Trezor support portal at all. And it was an email that was later, maybe like 2-3 days later, on the Trezor Twitter, they put out, hey, we'll look out for this particular email. Because the email I showed you that I received was not the same as the one that the original hackers were using to try and get people to click on their links and get their private keys. However, in both of these emails, they are basically saying, listen, you want us to help you, you need to send us your private keys. And listen, these support portals, the legit support portals, are not going to be asking you for the private keys to your Trezor device. Again, the Trezor device is not the issue. It is the support portal in this case that leaked the information. But if these hackers get a hold of your private keys, guess what? Poof, there goes your funds. Whatever you got stored on that Trezor is going to be gone. So I would like to believe that most of the people who are watching this particular live stream right now already know, not your keys, not your coins. So don't be giving out your keys to anybody that's asking for your keys. You just don't do it. Okay. I don't care who it is. You don't do it. That's how you're going to lose all your shit, man. That's how you're going to lose it. So those are a couple of additional things that happened in the market in January that I thought were worth noting. But now I want to kind of move into some other ends. Now, when I started this live stream, I was saying that, if you're truly in the cryptocurrency space and you're involved in the cryptocurrency space, this whole cryptocurrency permeates a lot of different areas of your life. And again, economics, national economics, global economics, banks, your personal finances, politics. I mean, and just looking at the January recap, you can see all of those kind of excuse me, tentacles related to just those right there. So if crypto can be that pervasive in that many areas, and you've got that many potential attack vectors and that many groups and actors looking to push back on crypto or prevent you from getting into cryptocurrency or whatever it is that they're doing, depending on where you're finding that pushback. A bank that's not allowing you to use your credit card to purchase cryptocurrency, hello, or a bank that cancels your bank account because you're sending money to a cryptocurrency exchange. Or again, you got your politicians basically saying, yeah, screw you, we're going to do what we want because it's going to line our pockets, so we're going to try and kill cryptocurrency and be overly broad in the way we regulate cryptocurrency in order to be able to control it. And they bring in the banking association to help them do that. I mean, come on, people, come on. But here's the thing. There are other things going on in the world. And I know a lot. I sometimes have people who tune in from like the UK and so on, and Canada and that kind of thing. So I appreciate you all being here. I truly, truly do. But I'm going to be a little bit more US centric here at this point, because again, I'm speaking to you from my perspective. I'm speaking to you from my viewpoint. I'm speaking to you from the perspective of a US citizen trying to deal with this cryptocurrency space. And, again, one of the areas where cryptocurrency intersects is with politics. And frankly, I mean, things going on in the US today, not great. I mean, so many, I'm talking beyond the potential legislation of the crypto space. On Crypto on the Rocks this past Friday, and if you don't join me for Crypto on the Rocks, you really need to join me. Every Friday night, 7 p.m., Crypto on the Rocks. We do so many things. I basically just tell you what I'm feeling, how I'm feeling it. I do it over a cold beverage, beer, whatever it happens to be. I invite you to come on and chat with me about whatever you want to chat with, cryptocurrency related. And it's great. A couple of weeks, not this past one, the one before that, we had Brian from Tiny Crypto Blog. Matter of fact, if you don't follow him, you should. Link to his channel in the description of this live stream as well. But yeah, you come on, we talk. Also, you get to vote on what we're going to dollar cost average into, because I'm trying to show you live every week one of the ways I think you can help to protect yourself. And we're going to talk about that in a minute. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, although I'm at just about 40 minutes into this live stream here. And yeah, I guess I should kind of move along. But one of the things going on currently in the cryptocurrency space, and in the US right now, is this. And I put this again, link to this particular tweet on, I think I put it in this live stream here. Okay. For those who don't know, Texas basically was ordered to allow the US government to remove the razor wire along their border in order to allow the continued invasion of this country by foreign nationals, as far as I'm concerned, illegals, if you're trying to be nice. And again, I don't know. I love my country, can't stand my government, and in particular the FJB administration, who is basically allowing for open borders right now, and just hundreds of thousands of illegals to come across our border. And then, you know, they have support across the country from different states, where they set up sanctuary cities and so on and so forth. But I'm trying not to get too far off track. My point here with this on Friday's Crypto on the Rocks was that Texas, basically, after they were ordered to do that, gave the FJB administration the finger, and employed the National Guard to reset the razor wire and you know, protect the border and so on and so forth. And since that, 25 other states, so we have a total of 26 of the 50 states of the United States, basically supporting an open defiance of the federal government and the FJB administration. So regardless what side of this you fall on, and I don't know, I can't see how anybody living in this country can fall on the side of, yeah, let everybody else and their brother come in here and destroy this country. But that's just me. But regardless what side you fall on, the fact of the matter is, just from that breakdown, that map that I've got up on the screen right here, the country is divided on this issue alone, with the FJB administration failing to secure our country's borders, and states being basically fed up with it and saying, no, if you won't do it, we're going to do it. And now you'd say to yourself, let me bring that back more of a full screen. Well, okay, well, the other half of the country feels just the opposite. Well, I'm going to tell you that my state is not one of these states that signed on to support this. And, you know, don't get me going about my governor. That's a whole nother issue for another time. But there are supporters within these other states, whether or not majority supporters, not what, it doesn't matter. The fact of the matter is, there are people in those other states that still agree that with what these states are doing and what these states are saying. So that fact alone should give you pause to say, well, what's the government going to do? The federal government I'm talking about. What are their options? Well, there are a lot of options, you know, with how they could potentially try to, I don't know, attack their own citizens. And I'm trying to be, I'm on YouTube. It is not the most open platform. So, and if I ever get discontinued from YouTube, I will be on Odysee. I already have a channel on Odysee. Matter of fact, if you go down into the description of this live stream, head to Cointree. So cointr.ee/CCM. Naomi Brockwell set that up for crypto influencers. If you go there, all of my official social media channels are there. You can find them there. And please head over to Odysee. Follow me there. Appreciate that. And you can find that link again over at Cointree. But think about it. Look what happened now. Okay, let's Look what happened with the trucker strike up in Canada. They froze people's bank accounts. They basically, you donated to these truckers, you are the enemy of the state, and they took your money. Now, just recently, like last week, if I recall correctly, that was deemed illegal by the court, an illegal use of the Emergency Powers Act in Canada. But you think that the FJB administration wouldn't try doing something like that to people in this particular instance, defying the government openly? Hell, just having this conversation, passing this information out, because here's the other news flash to this information that I pointed out on Crypto on the Rocks. Mainstream media isn't reporting anything about this. Anybody who is still, for whatever reason, and I don't know why you would be, but okay, fine, just watching mainstream media doesn't even have a freaking clue, unless they're getting their news from an alternate source as well, that this kind of shit is even going on. So think about this. If you're involved in this in any way, shape, or form, again, even maybe just talking about it like I'm doing right now, don't you think that you are running a potential risk? Hell yeah. Of course. Of course. So the question is, how do you live? How do you survive? How do you prepare? Well, I have a couple of thoughts, but before I do that, I want to show this quick video that I think it was Simply Bitcoin posted on Twitter of Whitney Webb. And if you don't follow Whitney Webb, I think I forgot to put her link and information in the description of this live stream, so I apologize for that. But matter of fact, this whole tweet I don't think is in the live chat. Matter of fact, you know what? Let me grab it right now. I'm going to put it, in the live chat, in the description of the live stream. But what I am going to do is actually post it in the live chat, so you can go ahead and find that, and you're able to see this for yourself. So sorry that wasn't in there. This was actually something that I just came across earlier today as I was putting my last notes together for this live stream, and I thought it was worthy of listening. So we're gonna let her talk.
I feel like if you live your life in fear, especially of these people, you will never do anything about it. And ultimately, if you're in a state of fear, you are giving the people you're afraid of power over you and control
Amen.
over you. At the end of the day, they're able to use, if you think about how this power system manipulates the public, there's like a carrot and there's a stick, right? Herding us into this digital CBDC doom corral. So there's the carrot is almost always convenience. Look how convenient it will be, Well, prison's convenient too. They serve food to you and whatever, and yeah.
They give
I
you
love that
the
part.
shelter. Yeah, it's always someone to have
you got a
sex with.
roof over your head. Yeah, whatever. So, but the stick, what is that? It's almost always fear, right? And so even if, I'm not going to speak up because I'm afraid of these people, stuff like that, then if everyone's afraid of them, no one's going to speak up, and that's exactly what they want.
Right.
Yes, it is.
And the way I feel about it is, fuck these guys. I'm going to say exactly what you are and what you're doing. Because, if we don't, no one knows, and they win. And the whole point of what I do and what a lot of other people do is so these guys don't win, because them winning is not just the end of human freedom. It's like the end of human existence when you're talking about these crazy transhumanist dudes who were like, yeah, in 100 years, humanity as we know it will be gone, and we're going to redesign you. It's just crazy to me to not say something about that, because, if we don't, then it just happens, right? And I think they've conditioned the public and trained the public to be as passive as possible,
Yes.
and to sit back and do stuff. And you know, we've outsourced so much of our responsibility and also our thinking to these guys. And the only way to fix that is to do the opposite, right? That's how I.
And amen to that is all I got to say. And now in particular, she wasn't talking about what I was just mentioning here, but the point is the same. They've basically pacified most people. It's the whole weak men, hard times, strong men, good times, good time. You know, it's that whole cycle. Right now, weak men are creating shit times, and the strong men, and again, I'm not being sexist, it's got to be men. Okay, so take your freaking gender bullshit elsewhere. I'm equal opportunity, stand the fuck up and open your mouth kind of guy. Okay. Anyway, that's what's going on right now. That is legit what's going on right now. So again, I know she wasn't specifically talking about what we were just talking about, but it is what it is. I think I'm in love. I love it. I love it. Yes, Automatic Beats. She's good to listen to. You should definitely follow her. Definitely follow her. Whitney Webb. And again, I put that Twitter that tweet in the live chat, so you can head on over to Simply Bitcoin, and then from there you can easily go and get her Twitter handle. I think it's _ at Whitney Webb or something like that. And again, I apologize for not already having that in the description of this live stream. I dropped the ball. Sorry about that. Yes, exactly. Yes. Listen to, look at, yes, boy. Amen. Appreciate that, Automatic Beats. Yeah, man. Appreciate that. All right. So now let's circle it back to my thumbnail. You know, be prepared, basically. Get prepared. How do we do that? I think it's a lot to do with what I talk about on, I don't know, everyday basis here. I really do believe that DCA into cryptocurrency is part of the how. And again, trying to show you how to do that on as little as $25 a week every Friday, 7 p.m. I think that you need to do your own research as to what you want to dollar cost average into, but you should narrow it at least initially to get to whatever goal of investment that you're looking to get to. I think Bitcoin should be part of that portfolio. If you ask me, I think it should be the biggest part of that portfolio. And then you decide from there. In 2023 on Crypto on the Rocks, we gave you some options on just some of the cryptocurrencies within the top 50 cryptos. And already that crypto portfolio is like in huge amounts of profit. This particular cryptocurrency portfolio that we're talking about here for the first half of 2024, I think that gaming is going to be a huge piece of bringing people into the cryptocurrency space, because again, how do you prepare? I think crypto is one of the ways. I truly do. One of the ways, and probably honestly the easiest and most important way to get that leg up and be prepared for what's coming. And you got the halving coming up in a couple of months. Matter of fact, still thinking about doing a halving live stream while that happens and so on. If you're interested in doing that, or you think that's a great idea, tell me in the comments. If you're or in the live chat, excuse me. And if you're watching this live stream afterward, tell me in the comments. I'm thinking I'm going to do that. Right now, the halving is slated to be somewhere around April 20th. So we've only got a few more months, but I'm thinking, yeah, kind of a live stream halving party. Let's, I don't know. Tell me what you think. Anyway, cryptocurrency, I think, is going to be the main ability to do that. However, as much as I am very pro bullish cryptocurrency as the way outside of that system, and we're going to talk a little bit more about that in a minute, I think that there are also other options you need to consider, such as dollar cost averaging into gold. I think gold, I mean, face it, gold has been money since forever, right? It only makes sense that having some gold in your portfolio is probably a good idea. If you're interested in doing that, dollar cost averaging, I dollar cost average $50 a month into gold. It gets mailed right to my door once I've, put in enough of it, and bam, I just take it and I put it away. And you can do the same thing. I use Acre Gold. The link to Acre Gold in the description of this live stream. Go ahead and check them out. You don't have to use them. Use somebody. I don't really care. I happen to like the simplicity with Acre Gold. So that's up to you. But you should consider gold and precious metals as part of your crypto portfolio. All right, I got a thumbs up from Automatic Beats for yes, more live streams. All right, I appreciate that. I appreciate you being here always. Automatic Beats, appreciate you. So again, I think crypto, I think gold, precious metals. Now, I think cryptocurrency because, I mean, let's face it, we are an electronic society and we're only going to continue to move in that direction. And while gold is a great hedge, while gold is a great backup, while gold and silver even are great additional options, they're not the easiest options. They're kind of like the difference between, I don't know, an analog phone and a digital phone. Gold is that analog version, right? And again, good, steady, trusted. So having some great idea, right? Great idea. Only makes sense. Again, if you're interested, link to Acre Gold in the description of this live stream. But I think crypto is going to be, yes, Automatic Beats. Chris, welcome. Appreciate you being here. All right. Hold on one second. Sorry about that. I have to clear my throat. Didn't want you to have to listen to that. Anyway, so I think crypto is going to be the way to go. And in particular, you need to know how to be able to live on cryptocurrency. If you're going to make that pivot, if you're going to put yourself in the position to be outside of the system and you want to make that pivot, you need to be knowing how to use the systems that are currently available to be able to live on crypto. Now, I had an interview with Joel Valenzuela. The name of that interview was Radical Freedom Tech. And he talks about living on cryptocurrency. Okay. We go through an entire interview. Matter of fact, he's going to come back and talk. He might even be joining us in a kind of hot seat scenario on Matrix Money podcast. So watch for that. But basically, this guy has been living on crypto for over a decade at this point. And he is very familiar with the systems. And I asked him, okay, how does a guy like me, because again, I'm going to guess that the majority of people who are probably watching this live stream right now are probably, crypto friendly, crypto understanding to some degree or another. So you might feel you probably feel comfortable using cryptocurrency wallets, know how to back up cryptocurrency wallets, understand how to purchase cryptocurrency, how to send it from an exchange to a wallet, et cetera, et cetera. And I asked him directly, how do you get a me to be a you? And we're going to play his answer. It's about 5 minutes long, but I want to play it because I want you to hear it. And then we're going to talk about where I'm going to go with this or with that afterwards. So here is that interview right here. And let's give this a quick listen, because I guess that's where we got to start, right? To move somebody like me into a you.
Yeah, so everything is done gradually, right? And I would say there's two big tools that I would use. One is called Bit Refill, and one is called Spritz. So, well, here's the thing, right? Let's try this flow, right?
Yeah. Then he goes and kind of takes
you download. You look in whatever app store you got. You look for something called a Dash wallet. Pretty easy. And by the way, if you like other coins better and don't just want to do this,
I'm sorry for
if
these
you're
connections.
using nothing, if you're already happy, do whatever you want. But like if you're,
I don't understand the why, because I am literally hardwired in. Sorry.
And then you can be like, all right, I like Dash, but I want to experiment with other stuff. Like that should be a choice later. So don't get all at me because of this. But
about the what?
Yeah. Download Dash Wallet, and then you go to back it up in the settings. Back it up. You write down on paper with a pen and paper, no typing, and no taking pictures of it, and nothing digital. Just write down the.
Okay, now he's talking about how to back up the wallet. And in fairness, again, I think most people who are watching this live stream know how to back up a wallet already properly. And if you don't, links, if you go to CryptoCoinMindSet.com and look up backing up your wallet, I've done a litany of step-by-steps on how to do that, that include writing it down, but also steal options, using steel plates or the ledger capsule, that kind of thing. So go ahead, check that out. Sorry, we'll get back to this.
12 backup words. That's pretty easy. There's a little integration under, I believe, the Explore button. I have to look it up. But basically, there's a service called Topper that lets you put in your credit card and buy a small amount, I think without any ID verification or anything. Usually what you have to do with crypto exchanges, you give them your ID and all this kind of other stuff.
Just like got a KYC, yeah.
Yes, and as far as I know, if you use Topper, you don't have to do that for a small amount. This is the try it out thing. All right, so now you've got some, and you got it in an app that you're not going to lose. So then there's another app or website called Bit Refill, and the easiest thing it's a super useful tool for people like me.
Okay, so I want to take a quick second to say I know he's going through a number of things here, but this is what I'm going to do with regard to this. My intention is to start making videos on his step-by-step right here and showing you how to do each of these things. So for example, the first video I'm in the process of editing right now. I'm not sure if it'll be out this week. It may be next week. It'll be how to get this wallet, how to put it on your phone, how to get some Dash into the wallet. And then the next one will be about Bit Refill. And then the next one will, and you'll see as he keeps talking, I'm going to make an individual video that will connect one video to another. So you can literally walk through the process step by step. And again, I know a lot of you that are probably watching this live stream right now are more than capable of doing this on your own. But I'm also trying to take this from the perspective of someone who has little to no cryptocurrency experience and how they can do it if they want to try living off cryptocurrency, because you're in the camp of like where the potential for you to be outside of that system is more dire than someone else's. Again, didn't mean to get off topic there, but let's bring it back as he keeps going.
Trying to live off of this stuff, but this is also a great way to just experience in real life. You can buy a gift card to like Home Depot. You got to go to Home Depot, buy something. You're going to buy something off Amazon, whatever it is. See Amazon, like right there. like next time you buy Amazon, be like, oh, I bought this little bit of Dash. I'm going to buy a $35 gift card for Amazon. And I'm going to, when I go to check out Amazon, I'm going to paste it in there. Boom, there we go. Take that off the total. Oh, wow, I bought something with crypto. Yay. And then that's the simplest way, user flow of like start it to like start trying it out and see how it works. After that, of course, you can find other places to buy and put it into the wallet and stuff, etc. And then you can start doing stuff like, now, hey, guess what? Everything I buy on Amazon is all crypto. I'm only going to do crypto for Amazon, right? Only going to do that. And then, let's say Walmart. Okay, I get the Walmart app, and then you buy Walmart gift cards and put them into the Walmart app, and then you can just scan at the Walmart register and then pay that way. Oh, great! Now I can buy groceries with that. Just try one thing at a time.
Right.
Now, the other one, of course, is Spritz.finance, which is a pretty new, is in just a couple of years ago entrant, but it's important because it lets you pay every single one of your bills. So if you have your rent payment, your mortgage payment, you got to pay off a credit card, electricity, whatever, you can just do that. Just sign up for Spritz Finance, and then you have to give your ID or whatever, but you still hold control over all your money. They're not like Coinbase or something that holds your money for you. You can hold all your own money and then just get an account with them. And then just when it comes time to pay your bill, just pay it.
Now, can I ask a quick question?
Yeah, absolutely.
With these services like Bitrefill and Spritz, are they US only, or can you use them anywhere?
The answer is no, they're not US only. Bitrefill is available in like hundreds of countries. Now, their gift card selection in those countries might vary. It's strongest in like the US, Canada, and Western Europe, obviously.
That makes sense.
But there are other options, right? And Spritz is expanding. I believe they start with the US, but they're also UK, Canada, maybe some other countries. They're growing pretty fast though. But there's another company called Swapin, which is like swapping without the G. And it's basically does what Spritz does, but for European and elsewhere kind of.
Gotcha.
So if you just have like a Bitrefill to try to do some spending, and then a Spritz or Swapin to pay your bills, you're already at like 90% on crypto, right?
Right.
And you don't have to like close your bank account today or even ever. I mean, let them kick you out of your own bank. I don't know, whatever it is, let them do that. But the point is, you can start paying one bill today. You could start doing one major expense today, and at some point, okay, I'm going to buy some. I'm going to buy.
That leads me. That leads me to another question. I'm sorry. I'm like, all right, and we're not going to continue to go down that road, but so let's wrap this up, because again, I'm well over an hour here at this point, and I appreciate everybody that's stuck around. I still got a good holding right now. I appreciate that. Here's again, well, let's take the step by step, and here's how I see the prep. As much as possible, and again, I show you every week how to use $25 a week and DCA into cryptocurrency, because I really do believe that you need to have not just the crypto that you're using to spend and or live on, but you need some cryptocurrency holdings for when the bull cycle hits, for making some moves financially, for being able to take some profits and bolstering your own and your family's well-being and financial security. I believe that wherever possible, you can DCA into gold and other precious metals. And again, if you're interested in that, I got a link in the description to Acre Gold. But the other piece, thanks, Automatic Beats. The other piece is being able to live on crypto and having cryptocurrency to live on if you need to. So, for example, if these truckers had been prepared in Canada when their bank accounts got frozen, they would have been able to pivot potentially to even if they had crypto holdings that they had been DCAing into and they had to dip into those holdings, they could have transferred those holdings or used those to be able to purchase whatever. But to take that, let's say, put it into Dash, use the Dash wallet to go to, in this case, Bitrefill, get those cards, and still purchase from Amazon, still go to Walmart, still do all this shopping that they needed to do to survive. But here's the thing. You don't want to be learning that when you need it. You want to be able to know how to use it. It's like anything else. You want to feel comfortable with it. You want to be able to use it flawlessly when you need to use it. And the best way to do that is by having the experience already. And the best way to have that experience is to be doing it ahead of time. So there it is. I've laid it out, and hopefully I made the case with everything that's happened in January and is currently happening again, I know I'm being US centric right now, in the US, why you should be prepared, why you should be ready, why you should be able to be outside the system if you need to be. I think I hope I made the case. Let me know if I did. If you're still here in the live stream, did I make the case? Tell me in the live chat. I want to know. If you're watching this after the fact, in the comments, let me know. Did I make the case why it's important to do that? All right, that's going to pretty much do it. I'm well over an hour. I apologize for the long stream. Appreciate you being here. If you haven't already done so, make sure you hit that subscribe button, tick that bell icon, click the all. I'm at 901 subs on YouTube, and I really want to get to that 1,000, so I appreciate your help with doing that. Don't forget, smash up the like button. I know I've got a few people on Facebook. Make sure you give me a thumbs up on Facebook. I appreciate that. That's very helpful. And again, if you're on Twitter, I know you can't access the live chat, but in the comments of this live stream, and I will get back to you shortly. Again, I will hopefully be live with FF tomorrow on the Matrix Money podcast at 10 a.m. on that channel. Link to that channel in the description of this live stream. I'll be live again Wednesday, 10 a.m. What am I going to be talking about? I got no flipping idea. We'll find out on Wednesday. And then, as always, Friday night, 7 p.m. for Crypto on the Rocks. All right. I appreciate everybody being here. Automatic Beats, appreciate you being in the chat there. Chris Hanley. Oops, sorry. Chris, appreciate you being in the live chat. Tech Man, appreciate your work looking. I appreciate all of you and your support on this channel. All right. I hope you all have a great day. I hope you have a great week. And I will see you tomorrow on the Matrix Money